Hey guys, today I'm going to do a different kind of video. This is going to be sort of like a translation for what you need to know and what's important about that last Nintendo Direct, because I've been seeing a lot of people a little crusty over what happened. A lot of people a little upset over that Direct, with other people saying generally, hey, it's pretty good. And, why are we getting such different opinions of, no, it was actually pretty cool? Versus, like this was a bullshit direct. Well, I'm in the group of, it was pretty cool. And I had a friend who was in the group of, wow, that fucking sucked. And I didn't try to convince him. I just kind of let him get his blow steam and let it all out. And eventually, later, he came to me a different day and was like, you know what? I'm really excited about Zelda. And I'm like, yeah, it looked good. We gotta try to be positive. There was one E3 where it was the E3 they showed off Star Fox Zero on the Wii U, which I know everyone shit on, but I like that game, and I still will. I'm still going to defend that game. I don't care how many people call it a dumpster fire. If I enjoy the game, I enjoy the game. I can't unenjoy the game. There's a lot of good in Star Fox Zero with a lot of bad in Star Fox Zero, but I can overlook certain bad elements and enjoy certain good elements. And that year, people were floored because really there was no new announcements for anything cool other than Star Fox Zero. And to me, I was like, did you guys forget? Like literally that same E3, Ryu and Lucas and Roy were all released for Smash Bros. Or Smash Bros. 4 like that day, like literally that day. They're like, oh, and by the way, you can play as Ryu now. And it was like, you know how fun it is that like when you're watching E3 getting hyped for games and there's actually something you get to do that day, and it involves Smash Bros. And it involves a third party newcomer that's not just a returning character from Melee and Brawl, but an actual newcomer, and he's an actual third party, and he's a second character from Capcom, and was the first time a third party company had two representatives in the same, in Smash Bros. It's like, are you kidding? Like, that was awesome. And so, to me, I was like, you guys got to remember the little victories. Other games will happen eventually. And I heard some people complain that they didn't see the new Animal Crossing, they didn't see a few of the other games that they wanted to see. And I get it, but let's keep in mind. Oh, and people were upset they didn't get to see the new Luigi's Mansion. Let's keep in mind, guys, that those games are coming this year. Luigi's Mansion and Animal Crossing, we're gonna see them. Okay, Nintendo doesn't always show the same games leading up to their release. Now, lately, that's what they were doing, but I don't think the Switch had a big library at that time when it first was revealed. Now, the library is a little bit bigger. Now, I will point out that they seem to show Yoshi's Crafted World literally every single direct, and they've been showing Yoshi's Crafted World for like a year and a half now. And I don't know why they keep showing Yoshi's Crafted World, but it finally comes out in March. So, and honestly, it does look pretty solid. It looks like a game that I would probably enjoy when I'm had a hard day and my brain hurts too bad. I tried playing Resident Evil 2 remake the other day after like working all day and then hanging out with someone all night and then like half drunk and my head hurts. I'm just tired, and I was like, but not ready to sleep. But I'm like, I can't play Resident Evil. It's too demanding of my actual brain power. I have to like watch a video or something. I just like watch YouTube or Netflix because I cannot actually play a game this difficult. I could maybe play Kirby, but I can't play this shit. So, sometimes games like that are good, and that's where like a game like Yoshi's Crafted World could come to be fun. But either way, there's games like that, like Luigi's Mansion and Animal Crossing. They're happening. You don't need to see more of it coming up. If Nintendo has nothing to say about it, then whatever. Just let them release the game when it comes out. Don't be upset that we're not seeing more. And that's the thing. So some people were like, "Oh, so blueballed by the Smash segment." Now, even I said in the direct, we might get to see the next character in this, but we're at the very least, we're going to see Joker. We saw Joker, but we saw his crouching animation and his idle standing pose. I'm pretty sure he was actually animated. But the thing is, like, it wasn't just a static image of the 3D model, but we actually got to see Joker's 3D model crouching and then standing completely still. That's nothing. That's nothing. I'm not excited about seeing his fucking 3D model. Okay, yes, he's about as tall. It looks in that art style like I kind of already knew what he was going to look like. I knew he was going to fight in his default costume from the fucking game. I'm really hoping he does have his school uniform as an alt costume. I think that'd be really dope. But I'm almost positive it won't be just one costume because most characters nowadays are always fully loaded with two costumes and DLC characters. Yeah, at least he'll at least have one costume. It might not be 4 and 4, but he'll at least have one costume that is like a school uniform. Sort of like how Zero Suit Samus and Mario have like random off costumes that aren't just like four colored versions of those. So I would really, really like if they show that off later. But here's the thing. Here's what I really want to say about Joker and Persona 5 being in Smash. The thing is that they straight up said he's coming out before April ends, meaning he's probably coming out in April. But I was under the impression that Piranha Plant would come out in February, and I was thinking maybe even mid-February. He came out late January. Okay, that was our first character, and we're past that first character, just like how Mewtwo is the first character of Smash 4. So we're past that hurdle, and now we're on to the paid for characters, and a lot of us already bought the season pass. A lot of us already did. Now, here's the title of it was Challenger Pack 1. I'm pretty sure Challenger Pack 1 just means it's the bundle that comes with the costume, or with the character, the stage, and the music. The costume will be within the actual character. But I'm pretty sure that's what that means. I'm pretty sure Challenger Pack is just the bundle of the character, the song, and the music. I don't think you can actually buy any of those things separately. I think you have to buy them all together like that. But they might do other bundles that come with more Mii Fighter stuff. They didn't show any like Mii Fighter stuff or allude to any of that. They didn't allude to any extra stages being added in. However, it's kind of seems like there's 5 empty stage slots in the character or in the stage select screen, meaning it's most likely going to be just those 5 extra stages. Bonus stages, of course, would be cool, but they would have to like actually update the UI to make it work in a different way if they were going to do that, which is not impossible. But as far as a season 1 character sheet, as far as season 1 characters and season 1 DLC, I don't think extra stages are part of the plan. If they even decide to do a season 2, so far it doesn't look like season 2 is a part of the plan. So yeah, so they're doing so yeah, but that's what's important to say here is that not only are we going to get Joker, but we'll get update 3.0, meaning it'll most likely be more than just a character. It'll actually be changes to the game, sort of like how 2.0 actually changed a lot of characters buffs and gave characters buffs and nerfs. Yeah. And so what I'm thinking is in 3.0, it might actually be a little bit bigger than just one standard update. People have been asking for home run contests to come back and other things like target practice and even bomb rush and stuff like that. And they might actually do a significant update and add some more content to the game in that sense. As far as content like a new story mode with more cutscenes and dialogue or something, no, I don't think so. As far as like a new mode for Spirit Battle, well, they actually added in 4-player Spirit co-op mode, not for the World of Light, but they added it in for the Spirit Board, I believe. So that is pretty dope. Actually, I can't even confirm if it is in World of Light or not. I haven't even tried, but it's in there for the Spirit stuff. There's 4-player co-op in some of the Spirit stuff, and so that's pretty good. That's a significant update as far as like quality of life for Smash Ultimate. That definitely gives us more to do if we don't want to just fight each other. If we want to actually like play with our friends and maybe like let us learn together and try out different characters in a non-threatening environment and stuff like that. That stuff's always really, really good. And also some of the harder spirits, playing those in co-op sounds like a ton of fun because some of those harder spirits are actually challenging, and so doing like a boss mode or something like that, where like you're fighting really really difficult AI together. That sounds like a ton of fun, and that's already been added in with the 2.0 update. So the 3.0 update could add in something pretty significant and cool besides just buffs, nerfs, and one character. So, and the thing is, they pretty much said it's happening in April. So let's not let's not get upset that we didn't see anything, because we might get a direct in March based around Smash, or if they do a direct in March, it might say very well what the next thing's going to be, and they might show off Joker right there. Now, if they haven't showed off Joker yet, that does make me concerned to think they probably aren't going to show off the next character and just not have him out yet. They're probably going to save that next character for another direct, and for right now, the next direct, whether it be Smash based or just a normal direct, will probably feature just Joker. It'll probably feature. It'll probably just show off Joker and what he can do, because we still haven't seen anything he can do. However, it looks like Joker is about ready to go, and that's why he's coming out in April, which gives us a good idea of when these characters will come out, which will probably be like 2 months after each other. And I definitely think that I would, in an ideal world, a character would come out in June, and then during E3 they could show someone off or something. And I do believe that whatever their biggest crossover character is, they will probably show at E3. So people expecting a Microsoft character like Banjo, that is, you need to look at E3 and say, like, you need to mark your calendars, and you need to watch not just the Nintendo E3 presentation, but you're going to need to watch the Xbox presentation, because there's a high chance Nintendo might reveal a DLC character at their event, and then during Xbox's event, another DLC character will be revealed. There's a very high chance of that, because it's Smash, and and E3 is where you got to go big. And then it's most likely that the next DLC character after those ones at E3 will be revealed sometime around EVO, sort of like how when you watched EVO, well, DLC characters are always announced during EVO. Like, that's just a thing. But if you're into the fighting game scene, for those who aren't into the fighting game scene, you're just into the Nintendo game scene, you might not realize that. But during the finals for EVO Melee, they announced they were going to do a Smash-based direct in like a few days. So that's a thing. So yeah, you don't have to watch EVO. You can just like wait during EVO and just check out what videos get uploaded to YouTube later. But yeah, it would be during EVO that you will, most likely another character after E3 will be announced. But either way, yes, we will probably see Joker more in April. So that's like, this is me translating to you guys, like, hey, by the way, you might be upset by the direct, but don't worry, cool things are happening. And what's really dope is that Nintendo actually showed off a lot of new titles. I mean, people who are like, I want to see more of Luigi Mansion, and I want to see more of Animal Crossing. We haven't seen any of Animal Crossing yet. And or the new Pokemon. And it's like, guys. They revealed a new Zelda game. They revealed a new Platinum, like, crazy, I don't even know if it's an RPG or like a hack and slash game, but that like anime cop game where you have like a stand from JoJo that's a robot or something. That looks really, really interesting. It's Platinum Games. It's directed by Kayama himself, Hideki Kayama. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not Japanese, but he is the director of Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry, Beautiful Joe, Okami, Bayonetta. Like, this is his next game, so this is going to be hype no matter what. They showed that off. They showed more from Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which I did kind of need to know more information because the game kind of looked a little crazy. And now I know there's actually 2 different camera perspectives depending on if you're playing the game with on one Switch or if you're playing the game just one player. And the camera focuses on your character with a dynamic camera. And that's really exciting because I feel like a game like that kind of needed it. Whereas the 2-player mode, or in 2 to 4-player mode, you won't need that. So that's all really, really dope. And I'm actually super excited to play that. and play more top-down games, local co-op style with my friends. And Marvel's a great way to get people into it because people know the characters from the movies. So that I'm very excited for. I'm also a big fan of X-Men Legends and Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So the fact that there's even a third one coming out is phenomenal. And Wolverine and Storm are confirmed in it, which means yes, there's X-Men stuff. So that's very exciting. So yeah, very excited for Ultimate Alliance 3. Um, yeah, so what else was shown off that Nintendo showed? Oh, a little game called Mario Maker 2? Are you kidding me? It has literally in my prediction video, the first thing I talked about was Mario Maker, and I was like, a lot of people are saying, if a lot of people are saying Mario Maker 2, the guy who leaked the direct said that Mario Maker 2 was happening, and it's very likely they would probably show it off during the direct, and he got the date of the direct right, and then he got Mario Maker 2 right. So this guy is a pretty fucking good source, and from what I've understood, he was already a really good source before this. So this guy's like, damn, this guy's awesome. Okay, this guy puts Vergibin to shame. I won't say that. Vergibin was really good too, but this is like the second guy besides Vergibin involving Nintendo leaks that you can really look out at and trust. And he didn't mention too much about DLC characters for Smash, and yeah. So um, now we have this. We have information on Mario Maker 2. The slopes thing was real. That's what that's what a lot of people are saying they wanted, and I straight up said like, yeah, I never realized that slopes were really in Mario Maker, but that's really important because that's how you could make more realistic style Mario maps. I also said I wanted Luigi and Toad and Toadette and Peachette because why not? Put all the features from New Super Mario U and Yoshi too. And yes, right off the bat, in that little trailer, they showed off the fact that they have Yoshi and all that stuff. Now, what I thought they couldn't do anything from Mario 3D World because it's so different of a game. But they very cleverly decided to add in stuff from Mario 3D World into New Super Mario Bros. U, which I'm very, very impressed at and very happy about. And so for me personally, I probably am not going to get New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. I actually thought about it because I thought it could be a lot of fun to play with my friend. She's never played the old Mario. Like, she never even played New Super Mario Bros. U, but let alone like any of the New Super Mario Bros. Games. But everyone knows the Mario games and everyone knows how to play 2D platformers. So I thought maybe it'd be a good idea, and I didn't know, maybe it'd be fun. This is something that is like, oh, now that game exists, it adds more to this Mario Maker game. So they had to get Mario Deluxe U out before they could really show the Mario Maker 2, because a lot of people are saying Mario Maker 2 is such a no-brainer. It looks like it's already so far along in development. So yeah, it's here, and it looks like you can play as Luigi and Toad and Toadette. That's pretty brutal. And Yoshi, and introducing Cat Mario and other elements from Mario Brothers, New Super Mario 3D World, which is a fucking my favorite. That's like one of my favorite Mario games, period. I love that Mario game so much. That game's fun 2-player, that game's fun 1-player, 4-player, and a little nutty. But the fact that that is one of the most fun Mario games I played in a long time until Odyssey came out. And a lot of people have pointed out how if you look at the level design in Mario 3D World compared to Odyssey, you can see some of the inception of great ideas that happened in Odyssey. And Mario 3D World is just a super solid fucking game. So yeah, it's cool to see power-ups and stuff from it. It's still not, this is Mario Maker, so it's a completely different beast from Mario 3D World, and you wouldn't want a Maker style game for Mario 3D World or Mario 3D Land. You want it for these 2D games, and that's good because this is exactly what we want. So, am I probably going to get Mario Maker 2? Yes. Even though I didn't play as much Mario Maker 1 as I thought I wanted to, Mario Maker 2 just makes more sense to... Mario Maker is as a game that should be portable. Really, it should be. Because that would be perfect for, like, you're just bored and you want to play random maps, and play through the game. So, yeah, I am really excited to play some Mario Maker 2. I'm really hoping they do a lot with the different characters and Mario um and Mario U, the new Mario section of the game's creation. Um, that's where they have like Luigi, Toad, and Toadette. But I'm really hoping Luigi is still present in the other versions of all the Mario games because he should be. Whether there's a two-player or four-player options like the actual games, they didn't show that off yet, which kind of makes me think it's just not in it because they showed off a lot of new features for Mario Maker 2 and straight up said it's coming in June. So why would they even need to release like more stuff? But they'll probably at least do one more trailer video or something. And as far as that goes, there's not really much else I have to say. I know, like, as far as like what I'm most excited for from that direct, it's probably Mario Maker 2, with secondary being that platinum game. Seeing more for Fire Emblem, it definitely made Fire Emblem look like a game that I was kind of iffy on like what they're trying to go for when they showed at E3, and now I'm like actually kind of like I'm getting pretty sold on it, and I'm like, you know what, I can't wait to play a new Fire Emblem game on my Switch. Like that's gonna be fucking amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited about Fire Emblem. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan on 3DS, so yeah, I'm really excited for that as well. Three Houses, because I was kind of iffy, but so what does it lead Zelda? That was the last game to show off was the new Zelda, and they wanted to go big and show off a new Zelda. It's a remake of Link's Awakening, which there was a rumor that they were going to do something like Between Worlds style game, but for a different top-down Zelda game. And some people were saying it would be Link's Awakening. Well, it was totally true. It's a complete remake of Link's Awakening, but the art style looks nothing like Link Between Worlds. It's this it's this weird like it's very much treating like its own thing. They're very much treating this game like it's its own art style, it's its own graphics style. Like everything is really aesthetic in that game. It reminds me a lot of like Toys, the way it looks, and it looks beautiful and looks amazing. And I'm probably gonna buy that too. It looks awesome. So, um, yeah, I'm. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, when people were really upset about that E3 back when they showed Star Fox Zero, I was so flabbergasted at so many of my friends complaining about it. And I made a Facebook post saying, you know what? Nintendo fans are honestly a little entitled to be complaining about stuff like this. Um, Especially considering all the good things they already have. And my friend pointed out how he's been waiting for so long to see a new Metroid game, but he's like, but at the same time, he understood what I was saying, and he eventually said I was right. It's like he actually thought about it after a while and said I was right. And uh but that is something to keep in mind here. It's like when people complained about the last Smash Direct because it only had Ken and Incineroar without any other new characters. Here's the thing, man. You guys gotta remember that Nintendo goes big sometimes, and then other times they try to do something different, and it doesn't always work. So with that last Smash Direct, a big part of that was just showing off World of Light, and we all predicted they would show off the story mode, and that's what it was. So the direct showed off the story mode, and they didn't really talk about too many more characters because there wasn't many more to show off. At least at least we got Ken. The fact that Ken is in Smash Bros. Still blows my mind because it's like Capcom straight up saying Ken matters. Or no, it's not. Sorry, it's like Nintendo straight up saying Ken matters, while Capcom, Ken only appears in Street Fighter games. He never appears in like Marvel's Capcom anymore. And it would be, I don't understand why not, but it's because they don't want to put in the work into developing a ton of characters. And if they do, they don't want to put in like clone characters and stuff like that, which is just silly to me because those are fun. And Marvel's Capcom 2 had a ton of fucking characters, and a lot of them were clone characters. And it's like, yeah, we don't mind. If there's a ton of characters, then having clones doesn't matter because it just makes a ton of characters. And to me, having a ton of characters actually does matter. And Smash Bros. Knows this, and there's a ton of characters thanks to all the clone characters. People who stack their echoes can fuck right off, okay? Because I'm sorry this is going on a tangent, but honestly, I played at a tournament recently and people had the echoes turned stacked on, and it was like, but why? But why? Because Roy and Chrom and Lucina and Marth, they're so different. Nobody wants to play like some of those specific characters. Some people are literally like, no, I want to be Lucina. I don't want to be Marth. So making like you have to press an extra button to do it. What's the point? Honestly, what's the point? I understand for the Mii fighters because having three different Mii fighter sections is a little silly, but oh my gosh, turn off the stacked option. Let your echoes be free, okay? Because again, Ryu and Ken are not the same character. Like I just said, the four sword fighters from Fire Emblem, none of them are the same. So why would you do this? Why would you do this to yourself? No, just stop it. Turn that off. Anyway, yeah, and what else can I say? Um, for me, we still don't know who Brave is, and a lot of us are dying to know, and we might not even know in April. So yeah, but you know what? At least that gives us some more time to have fun speculating. Well, some people, like I said, are dying to know, and they're not having fun trying to figure it out. To me, all signs point to Banjo, so that's a good thing. You guys should be happy and excited about that. Signs don't exactly point to Sora, in my opinion. But I still think if Square Enix did another character, they would be so silly to not do Sora. To not do Sora at this point would be absolutely ridiculous and silly. But we might not. I don't even really. Oh, let's talk about something else during this direct. They really started laying on the Dragon Quest content. They were just like out of nowhere, like bam, Dragon Quest, Dragon Quest, Dragon Quest. So much Dragon Quest content just being laid on us, and I was thinking like, damn, they might reveal a Dragon Quest character at the end of the fucking direct. Nope. Nope. Which kind of makes me think Erdrick might not happen. But also, at the same time, they're really pushing Dragon Quest, so maybe Erdrick will happen. It kind of goes both ways. So, yeah. And they also did a reminder saying Final Fantasy's coming, and I think nine's like already on the store now. But either way, which makes it seem like Square Enix is willing to play ball. So maybe we will see something from either Final Fantasy or what's I said Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest. But man, I would still love Sephiroth too. But as far as like making another What If DLC character video goes, from me, I've kind of made a lot that I am happy with and proud of. So as far as like what I could possibly say next, I haven't really been able to come up with any ideas that I'm very particularly believed in. A lot of the ideas I already have had, I think, are um, going to be happening or whatever. If that makes sense, I already feel like I've my best predictions are already out there, and I've talked about Banjo, I've talked about Choker, which I actually got right. I talked about Heihachi, I talked about Sephiroth, Sora, Gino. I've talked about everything. Oh, Ryu Hayabusa, which I was really confident in, and now I'm kind of reeling back on that because Koei Tecmo has representation with Fatal Frame, and because of that, because I completely forgot that Fatal Frame was Koei Tecmo. Because of that, it made me realize that Koei Tecmo already has representation and they are friendly with Nintendo, and that's like saying Ubisoft will get a character, and it's like not really, because they already have representation in the game. Getting representation in the game is getting representation in the game. It doesn't matter if it's a character or if it's just a spirit. It doesn't, or an assist trophy. It doesn't matter. If you're friendly with Nintendo, you'll probably be represented in the game in some way. So it doesn't really matter, sadly. So honestly, my idea for Ryu Hayabusa, I actually think has been really decreased. I actually don't think he actually has a super strong chance. I'm also completely I don't care about that one rumor that called Ryu Hayabusa that people are really like strong about. My opinion on Ryu Hayabusa, I came up with before I saw that rumor, and now I start to question that rumor's completely. I thought it was actually connected to the rumor that called the Grand Blue fighting game that said that Erdrick and Joker were both going to be in Smash, and I think that Erdrick still has a chance thanks to that rumor, but all those other characters, you can just throw them out the window. Which I think I did make a video on Erdrick as well. So as far as like the next character I could really think of for a what if scenario, the funny thing is I already mentioned so many that I really do believe in. And now that we already know Joker's confirmed, I'm going to go ahead and skip over any possible Atlas character I could think of. There's not really much left, because none of them have the hard-hitting popularity that Joker has. I do think that Dragon Quest does have some of that popularity, but I think that Nintendo should be smart enough to know that the popularity for Dragon Quest is mostly in Japan. And even though people appreciate that game in the States and in Europe and stuff, it's not really as nearly as big as Final Fantasy, which is why Cloud was in before Dragon Quest. It doesn't matter. People like to stretch how popular Dragon Quest is. The reality is, even though it's popular in Japan, guess what's also popular in Japan? Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. So I don't see why Nintendo would go for a more niche thing just because it's Japan. They know about their fucking global market. I don't know if you people realize this about Japanese companies, but American games actually do well in Japan. And not only that, but a big chunk of money that Japanese publishers make comes from America and Europe. You make more money off of America than you do off of Japan. So these Japanese studios, now some of them don't know how to make games that will blow up huge for a global market, and they only know how to pander to Japanese gamers, and that's why they stick to Japanese gamers. But that's not the truth about the entirety of Japanese game developers, especially not one like Nintendo, who made an enormous killing thanks to the fucking Nintendo Wii, which was very popular in what country? Fucking America. So yes, I mean, you don't have to look too far behind a border. I know Japan is like, doesn't border any other country. It's out in the middle of a fucking ocean, but you don't have to you don't have to worry about like some sort of border that like it's not a mystery. It's not like it's hard to figure out America and Japan. Okay, like there is data, there is statistics out there. You don't have to believe online rumors and stuff like that. There is data out there that suggests Nintendo knows how to make money in an American market. They know how to make money in a European market. They know how to make money in a Spanish-speaking market. Nintendo knows how to make global dollars. Dragon Quest is not as popular in America and Europe as it is in Japan. I'm not sure about how popular it is in like Spanish-speaking countries, but it's not that popular in America and Europe compared to it is in Japan. So the idea that they're going to push Erdrick over other games, or Erdrick over other Square Enix characters, would only matter if Square's being that particularly weird and stingy about Final Fantasy like they were with Cloud. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. And for all we know, just for the record, for all we know, they might want to be stingy with Cloud because they plan on remastering the entirety of the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack, and they're being really stupid about it, and they don't want to put the old songs of Final Fantasy VII into Smash, or put the old artwork into Smash, because they want to focus on the new stuff. You have to remember, Cloud is getting... You wouldn't think Cloud is getting a new game, but he's actually getting a new game, Cloud is actually getting a new game, and that's not normal for a Final Fantasy character, but here he is. He's getting a new game in 2000-something, and the remake is happening, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is out now, meaning that Final Fantasy 7 is going to start getting jump-started. It's going to start really ramping up. So, yeah, that's something to expect. So maybe Square Enix is being stingy about Cloud for that reason, and maybe they won't be as stingy if they do a different Final Fantasy character. Maybe they won't be as stingy if they do a different character, like a character from Kingdom Hearts. It is funny to point out that there isn't even any Final Fantasy content at all in Kingdom Hearts besides the flashbacks from the first two games, where Cloud, Leon, and Auron are like a part of like certain screenshots and snippets, and like literally like one part of the Kingdom Hearts where you're like picking out your stats for the game. So yeah, there's not even Final Fantasy stuff in Kingdom Hearts. So Square Enix is being really weird about Final Fantasy, which makes me really maybe think that if they do Sora, it could be really damn cool. So I do think Sora has a perfectly honestly good chance. I mean, Disney doesn't care. Disney does these stupid ass games all the time, and they let Square Enix do the weirdest, edgiest shit with Kingdom Hearts. There's no reason why Disney would object to Smash at all whatsoever. They literally don't care. They would literally let Square Enix do whatever the fuck they want with that fucking franchise. They don't fucking care. They've already shown it time and time again. The only reason why it seems a little bit weird is because Kingdom or Final Fantasy in Smash Bros is kind of weird. It seems a little stingy, but we could possibly see Sora coming. I do think it's still a real possibility, and I don't think Nintendo would really want to push for Dragon Quest when they know it might upset American audiences. But it seems like from all the possible ideas I could think of, if they did a Dragon Quest character, that would be the most filler DLC character they could do. And I'm really hoping Nintendo doesn't push for any filler characters at all. I'm really hoping they try to go for 5 fucking knockout DLC characters. Unlike Dragon Ball Fighters, which definitely had a filler character being Goku and Vegeta from base form from the Saiyan Saga. The only thing is that those are like 2 of the best characters in the whole game, and those are characters that everyone uses and everyone loves, and they get more screen time than like Android 17 and fucking Cooler and Vegito Blue and stuff like that. So, maybe it doesn't matter that those were the filler characters, because it turns out people really liked those characters. So maybe they knew what they're doing. But unless Erdrick is one of the best top tier characters in the entire fucking game, he's going to be like a filler character. So hopefully that's not the case, because DLC characters have 2 checkboxes they have to do. They have to be super viable and good and worth your money, because they have to. If they're just a shitty, worthless character, then they're not worth your money. But they also have to be a character that casuals can be really excited about, and you can at least enjoy playing and appreciate that they're in the game. Like don't get me wrong, Snake is a super good character, and I've seen a lot of people do amazing things with Snake. But I'm not very good with Snake, and even knowing the strats, I'm still not very good with Snake. My little brother's pretty good with Snake, and I love watching him play Snake, but I'm not very good with Snake. But Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite game franchises of all time, so I'm very happy he's in Smash, just because it makes me happy to see that represented in the game. So stuff like that matters. So even if I'm not good with Joker, I don't care, because I'm just going to be happy Joker's in the game. Though I'm going to give Joker a very strong shake. I do want to get good with Joker, because of course I do. He's a DLC character I predicted, and he's from Persona 5, and that's awesome. So yeah, I want to try Joker. And also I feel like certain players have certain comments about Smash Ultimate. I still haven't really found my footing yet. I really do like Link, and I'm turning around on Young Link. I'm starting to really like Young Link and do some cool stuff with him, because I've learned a lot of his combo potential. And the way he sets up combos is a lot different from other characters. And now that I kind of know how that works, I'm starting to really turn around on Young Link. And Link and Young Link are like 2 of my favorite characters in the game now, and I play them completely differently from each other, and that's really fun to me. But even I am like still like trying to find my way and trying to find a new main, trying to find at least a decent pocket. So if I can't use my main against a certain player, I can at least pull that out, and it's very different, and I can win with it. So, and I think there's other people, like I think Zero has said before that he's like not sure who his main is and stuff like that. And I watched MK. If you watch like MKLeo win every tournament he wins, it's like one tournament he wins with Ike, one tournament he wins with Lucina, one tournament he wins with Wolf. People are like, it's such a balanced game that people are like kind of having a hard time deciding who their true main is. I mean, even Leffen, who keeps playing Pokemon Trainer, has been saying he's probably going to switch his main to Pichu, and that's the thing. People are like, they're going back and forth. So new characters that really change up the gameplay are a good thing, and people should try them out. I don't think Piranha Plant's going to be anyone's new main, but he's really fun to play, so that's all that matters. But yeah, I think that the more diverse and strange characters we get, the better, which is why characters like Erdrick and Banjo are very good. The funny thing is, besides Erdrick and Banjo, I actually have no idea who sounds extremely likely at this point. I'm iffy on like all of them. So sorry that half this video turned to like a weird tangent and rant video about Smash and the state of the DLC stuff and what I'm trying to do with it. I just want to throw in a little thing at the end. but I'm not trying to pad this video out for length. None of my videos were monetized at all, so I don't make money off these videos. And even if I got like bigger and got more subscribers, I still probably won't turn them on. That's just not what is important to me right now. Maybe if I was like literally getting like, you know, super amazing numbers, like, you know, like pro YouTuber numbers, I would turn monetization on. But as of right now, these are videos I make with very little editing, and I'm not going to try to monetize that. I just want to get my thoughts out there and create a community where people can talk about it. But so yeah, sorry for half this video not really being what the title is, but you know, I'm hoping that it at least sparks people's minds to go in that direction, to want to hear it out. And these longer form videos I like doing because people could just put it on and let it go, and they can come back to it later and have like a conversation internally with me in their minds, and they could spark up what they could talk about later with other people. So yeah, I'm just throwing out that idea that I am, yeah, let's remember what this video is actually about real fast. The direct was, you know, you can say it's bad because it showed games you don't care about, but that doesn't matter, you know, because the games and stuff you care about will just happen later. Like people who want to know more about Smash, it's not like Smash is canceled. It's not like the DLC for Smash got canceled. You just have to wait. Well, you have to wait 1 month or two. At this rate, you might have to wait till March. And I would say mid-March to early March would be another direct. But if it's not March at all, if we get to March 20th, there hasn't been a direct, then mark your calendars for early April, because they have to do 3.0 will come out in late April. So, yeah. But honestly, it looks like Joker's already done, and it looks like they're already working on 3.0. So honestly, I'm actually expecting it to come out early April, because why would they wait? So really, in my opinion, I honestly think we're going to get another direct in March, especially because Nintendo has so much to talk about, and like a lot of people pointed out, we haven't even seen a lot more on Luigi's Mansion or on Animal Crossing yet. So, and that's the other thing. There's nothing. They showed off games we already knew about, like Fire Emblem and Yoshi, but they showed off more. But they also showed off a lot of games we had no idea about. Like, I didn't know. Like, I'm so happy Mario Maker 2 is happening. They straight up said it's coming out in June. I didn't know about a 3D top-down Zelda game till like 2 days before the direct came out, and that was all rumors. And to see it actually happen was really cool. No one really said anything about a new Platinum game, and it looks amazing. Yeah. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to bitch and complain about this direct? I can't, because to me it wasn't a bad direct. It was a good direct. There's a lot of new games shown off, and I didn't expect that stuff that'd be shown off. You know, to me, I'm like, why didn't Nintendo show stuff earlier if they had it, you know? But like Nintendo has so many things to show, and they're so weird and choosy about what they decide to show, you know? It really is bizarre what they decide to show. So, and if you want to know the truth, the reason why Animal Crossing was announced at all was because they wanted to show that Isabelle was in Smash, and to say this would be a good time to also point out Animal Crossing, so that way they didn't blue ball any Animal Crossing fans, because Animal Crossing fans and Smash fans don't exactly overlap. Okay, so yeah, so it is good. It is good. Everything is good. You know, it wasn't a bad direct. I can't. And then we already knew Mortal Kombat was coming to Switch, but it was nice for them to just straight up say, "Hey, Mortal Kombat's coming to Switch." And then they also straight up said like. They showed off some other games coming to Switch that previously weren't on Switch. I can't think of the names, but I remember thinking like, oh, good, this is on Switch now, good. So yeah, like, it was a good direct. You know, I will not acknowledge this as a bad direct. I just refuse to. So yeah, and just for you guys who are like, what are they gonna show? They showed off Here's the other thing, they showed off a lot of new games for E3, or they showed off a lot of new games now. They're going to have to show off new games during E3. Remember last year how half of E3 was just for Smash, and people got kind of butthurt about that? Yeah, that's not going to happen this time. This time Smash will probably have a section for DLC, and the rest of it will be like for other Nintendo games. In fact, we'll probably see, if they're showing off a new Zelda game now, and a new Platinum game now, we're probably going to get to see a new big title soon. Whether it be a new 3D World style game, which please give me a 3D World style game. Please give me a Mario 3D World style game. They're also showing Mario Maker 2 now. Again, and it comes out in June. So, it's going to come out probably before or around E3's time. Again, if they're showing this stuff now, then what do they have to show at E3? Probably some good ass shit. And actually, I already know it's probably going to be the new Pokemon. It's going to be shown at E3. So, do not fret, my friends. Do not fucking fret, my friends, okay? Nintendo knows what they're doing. This is February, remember? Remember that. This is February. What games are announced in fucking February? Nothing! If it wasn't for Nintendo, we'd have no new games announced at all. February is when the weird games that got announced that no one cared about that much, like what the fuck was it called? Like Anthem comes out this month. Like who the fuck cares, right? So like that's what I'm saying. February is a game where February is a month where shit comes out that no one really cares about. Okay. And some things come out, but they're kind of niche, and people play them and they enjoy them. But it's not like a big gaming month. So the fact that any new games are announced at all is pretty good. And so just keep things in perspective. Keep things, in your mind. Don't get super upset and butthurt and crusty too fast. Remember that Smash Bros. We're still gonna get to see Joker. It's probably gonna be next month. And it's going to be available in April. That's not too far off, guys. So, just be happy, be excited, enjoy your life, enjoy Smash, and play a bunch of Smash. Play Smash before updates happen and the game changes a lot, because 2.0 already showed some people that characters were birthed. They were buffed and nerfed. I said buff and nerf at the same time. My mind birthed. Yeah, so just enjoy the game. Just enjoy the game. And enjoy Nintendo. And to me, I can't stop thinking about Mario Maker 2. The fact that Luigi has a builder costume now, oh god, yes. I like playing as Luigi in Smash, but so it makes me like Luigi more. Although I still think I like Mario the most. But I use Mario's builder costume when I play as Mario in Smash. It's such a good costume. It's honestly such a good design for Mario. It's so fucking perfect. It fits the aesthetic of his overalls still, but just changing his hat, that's fucking beautiful. That's amazing. I would love it if Mario could wear that costume in other Mario games besides just Mario Odyssey and Smash. So I really, really love that Mario Maker is being pushed as this new series. And why not? Mario is allowed to have multi-franchises, and that's because Mario is badass. And it makes us like Mario more because it's not just always the same game. So super happy about Mario Maker 2. E3, I doubt we'll see like a sequel to Mario Odyssey this early, but we might see a sequel to like Mario 3D World or a different Mario game that hasn't already happened. Mario Kart probably won't happen because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe already exists, and Mario Tennis already got a sequel on Switch. Mario Golf hasn't happened, but I'd rather than just do a sports mix kind of game with Mario if they're gonna do that, and I don't think they're gonna do that. So yeah, as far as like a new Mario game, they eventually got to stop doing Mario and Luigi RPGs on 3DS and start making a new one on Switch. If they announce a Mario Luigi RPG on Switch, oh my god, I would fucking die. Oh man, that's what I want more than anything. Jesus Christ, that would be so good. Oh, or just like do a fucking straight up like sequel to Mario RPG, or make the game like a more hardcore RPG, like less light, but still has that light Mario, RPG-ness that always happens. Like maybe you get Mario, Luigi, and like one other character you can switch out, and then maybe you could switch out Luigi if you don't want him or something like that. Because Paper Jam to me was amazing because you got 3 characters instead of 2, and that's what I want. I want more stuff like that. So, yeah. Oh my god, that would be so much fun if oh my god, please. All right, I'm gonna end the video right here. I can't keep rambling on. I do like making long format videos for you guys, but I also feel bad when they're super long for no point, because people who just want to hear about the direct don't need to sit here for this long. So and sorry if you did and you don't care about any of this stuff, but this should be stuff this is all on topic for that stuff that people who enjoy Nintendo Directs and Nintendo and Smash would all be interested in this stuff. So That's why I'm leaving it in, not cutting it all out, and not restarting this video. Because I could make this video again, it would only be a 10-minute long video if I did it right. Um, but yeah, I like these vlog style, podcast style things. But so yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully I can have a new video on the Nintendo Direct and Smash, not maybe not the Direct, but on Smash characters or maybe Fighters characters later. So I'll catch you guys next time on the flip side.